I was smiling going through the whole I was just like, oh my, I got all this space. So I was just thinking of my next moves. Really, it was nice.
Nate, you guys hadn't been really tested at all the first 2 weeks. I mean, it wasn't really even a snap where a game was in doubt. What did you find out about your team in a game like this?
I feel like we already knew about each other, like just going through the summer, through the fall with these guys, through the spring. I just seen the different dog in everybody. Like we got that dog as a team, so it was just nice to see like nobody even flinch. Like on the sideline, both sides just giving words of encouragement to each other, and it was nice to see. I feel like it really uplifted the spirit, and we were able to get the job done because of that.
Nate, a few minutes ago, Coach was here at the podium and he talked about how this was identified as an outside zone sort of game. When you see that sort of matchup on paper and then you're out there in the midst of it, how much do you relish that sort of opportunity, given your background at Ag State?
I just smile at the moment. Like I know it's gonna be a big game. I know they're gonna depend on me just like I depend on everybody else. So I just know I got to do my part and just get the job done on my end as well.
22 carries. Newer parts of this team. Just how important was it for this locker room to get the response it did today?
It was very important because, like I said, we've been through it and been through situations in spring, fall camp with each other. Like we already knew what we had, but to do it against another team and to go up against another team back against the wall and nobody flinch, that just shows like we really bought in.
22 carries for you, Nate, and just talk about getting into the flow of the game, and when you have that amount of carries is for the first time, this season, what that meant for you and how you handled that.
I really didn't notice it until after the game, like just hearing it after, but during the game it was just this play. Like I'm worried about this play. Like I didn't even know like my stats or anything, but I knew like that we needed to win. I knew that we needed to finish the game. I just knew that we're up. I mean, that we're down at one point, and then now we're up. Now we need to keep the lead.
How would you describe Luther Burden with the ball in his hands?
Oh, electrifying. That's just one word to describe it, electrifying.
What did you see on that touchdown catch from Luther?
I honestly thought the play was a little dead. Like I thought it was over it, so I kind of looked over it and I seen him burst through it, and like it was amazing to see.
Luther was talking about feeling a little bit disrespected that this game, the only ranked versus ranked team game, didn't get the national coverage or whatever. Was that a sentiment felt throughout the locker room?
Oh yeah, definitely. We definitely took that into account when we were preparing and stuff like that. Just like we just aren't respected enough. Like we still have something to prove, and that's how we need to work and show ourselves every week.
Nate, from an individual standpoint, what do you think you've developed and progressed most this fall so far compared to last year at App State?
I think just around the coaches, I just became a smarter football player. They were able to help me with a lot more situations, and I was able to learn the game a little bit more, even though I thought I knew a lot about it, but I really didn't know anything for real before coming here.
Your team goes down 14-3. Honestly, the stadium was kind of the quietest it had been all season. On the sideline, what's the message? How do you get that crowd back into the game and get your momentum back?
Well, on the sideline, we were just worried about each other. Like, we just have to have each other's back. Like, as long as everybody on that field knows that we can do this and we wouldn't flinch or anything at the situation, then it was good. So words back and forth, I'll basically say we were just encouraging each other on offense and defense.
What was your view of Blake's long field goal there going into halftime?
Oh, that was nice. It was amazing. I haven't really seen a field goal like that in a while. Like I haven't seen a deep field goal for real in a little minute. So it was nice to see, especially going into the half to take a little bit of momentum. Yeah, it was nice.
Nate, what can you say about the team's ability to play complementary football in this game? Both sides kind of had their low moments, their struggles, but then in multiple occasions, each side had each other's back.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the chemistry that we built leading up to this, like all the months preparing before. Like I knew that the defense was gonna have our back, and the defense knew that we would have their back. Like off the touchdown coming off the field, we're giving them words of encouragement like, we got y'all, we about to go score. We didn't score that next drive, but the next drive after they scored again, we still was saying the same words like, we got y'all, like we got each other back, and everybody buying in, everybody believed each other. So I feel like that was a big part.
What do you expect as far as preparing to move forward and to cut down on penalties? Do you expect to have an interesting week of practice to get those buttoned up?
Yes, I feel like we have to get back to our fundamentals and just do the simple things right. Just go back to the drawing board, see where we messed up, and just fix those in practice. I don't think it's really too many big errors, but definitely detailed mistakes.
Nate, Coach described you as the hot hand earlier today. What does it mean to have a label like that placed on you by your coach?
I appreciate it. I definitely do. I mean, that's what I came here for. I came here to be a hot hand. I came here to just do what I can do to help the team. But also, I feel like all the running backs, we all have our roles. Like, if I'm the hot hand, this guy's a hot hand too in this way, and he's also a hot hand. And I just feel like all us coming together is like the biggest hot hand for real.
Nate, can you talk about where your relationship with Coach Drinkwitz stems from? Was it back when he was at App State before we left, or was it?
It actually wasn't from when he was at App State. We didn't talk when he was at App State. I mean, obviously, I knew about him because of the class before. We just talk about him all the time, especially all my 4 years. Like, I always hear about Drinkwitz, but I never really met him until I got in the portal, and then I got to speaking with him and Coach Looper, and it was just like I was bought in. Him, Coach Kirby Moore, Coach Lou, everybody was just genuine. And so I was bought in.
Nate, Brady Cook on that rushing touchdown broke a guy's ankles. What was your perception of that?
I was shocked. Like, I was just on the field. Whoa! Like, I didn't think he had it in him. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't think he had that in him. That was nice. That was a nice move right there. That was amazing.
All right, thank you, Nate.
Thank you.